All right. Hello again, Avengers, and welcome to another exciting daily vlog. This is Daily Vlog 2025, number 245, I think. The math is significantly harder than it has been up until now, because normally it was just like, oh yeah, add 1 or add 2 to the date. It's not anymore. Yeah, it's 245. So it's now plus 3. It's annoying. Anyway, so today, um, there is a new thing that is tangentially related to stuff I've been talking about recently. So, back in February of this year, I believe, I was contacted through Reddit, by a dude. I'm going Homie and the Dude. Um, and this group, I don't think it's a single person, I believe it's a group, but Homie and the Dude contacted me because I had commented on a Dark Sun thread, and they thought I might be interested in this new campaign setting that they were coming out with. Again, this was back in February. I looked them up. They've done some other things. They had a campaign setting they created that was kind of like Howl's Moving Castle coded. It wasn't Howl's Moving Castle, but it had some inspirations from that. So I said, well, it sounds interesting. I'll keep you in mind. Well, as of today, they have launched their Kickstarter for a setting that they call the Scorched Basin. And this intrigues me, to say the least. First of all, its goal was a little over $10,000. And the reason it's a little over $10,000 is because I believe this is a UK or European. It's a European-based company. And so I believe the pledge amount was actually either in, or their goal is actually in euros or pounds. I can't, looks like pounds. So I believe they're UK based because the UK is the only place that uses pounds. But because I do a fair amount of kickstarting, my account just translates everything into dollars for me. So, yeah, they had a goal of a little over $10,000. They've met it already. So this is going to be a thing. The Kickstarter still has 37 days to go. So this is probably going to do pretty well. But the thing that makes me interested in it, other than the fact that, again, I'm on a bit of a Dark Sun kick right now. I'm probably going to be running a Dark Sun game in December. I like Dark Sun. I think it's a really, really fun, interesting campaign setting. Also, I kind of like the desert planet motif in general. Like, I'm a massive Dune fan. I like Tatooine from the Star Wars. Like, I think it's really cool. And so that in and of itself is interesting. And if you look at their description here, what did I just do? I clicked a button and everything changed. So, to give their description of it, the Scorched Basin is a 300 plus page guide to a Mad Max / Dune inspired desert TTRPG setting. As you attempt to survive the hostile terrain and brutal weather, you will encounter the savage tribes of the basin. The Scorched Basin's tenuous political web is one misstep away from an all-out resource war. Will you reignite conflict by breaking the Harmony Accords, or will you choose peace by unifying the tribe? So the interesting thing about this is not a 5e supplement or a Pathfinder supplement or a Cypher supplement. This is a setting neutral or a system neutral supplement. I believe they do have some stuff that specifically mentions D&D in there. Just, again, because D&D is by far the most popular TTRPG in the world, it would be stupid to not. Um, but again, the thing itself is designed to be used in any setting, and they have a specific blurb on here. This book is a system agnostic desert TTRPG setting. All the mechanics are easily convertible for any system and designed to be fully modular. So whether you play 5e/2024, Daggerheart, Shadow Dark, Morkborg, Call of Cthulhu, Orbital Blues, Cypher, etc., this adrenaline-fueled campaign setting is for you. So that in and of itself, I find fascinating. And the fact that this is not their first time doing this. I'm trying to see if I can see. I want to see their projects. Thank you. Yeah. So they've had two other actual Kickstarters that they've done. Like I said, one was The Wandering Tavern, which that one made a little over £100,000 for that one. And then Sky Zephyrs was the one before that, and that made about £2,800. So this most recent one, The Scorched Basin, I'm going to guess, bare minimum, it's going to do better than Sky Zephyrs. I don't know if it's going to go as far as The Wandering Tavern, because again, The Wandering Tavern did have that kind of Studio Ghibli inspired look to it, which is a selling point. And it did specifically have D&D 5e stat blocks in it. It wasn't exclusively 5e, but it did have some 5e stuff in it, which I don't see as part of the Scorched Basin thing that they're talking about. They mention player options and stuff like that, but they don't specifically mention if any of it has already been coded for a specific TTRPG. So all that stuff may affect how well it does, but it has already met its funding goal. Yeah, that in and of itself, it's interesting. Like I said, they contacted me, like I said, months ago, with no kind of premise or anything. They just, I'll read the damn message to you guys. Really? Is that what we're doing now? I just closed everything because I clicked the wrong place. There. My word. So, the original post that they sent me was, hey, Trainer Jody, saw you commented a year ago on a subreddit discussion about Dark Sun. They were reaching here. Thought you might be interested in our TTRPG project. I'm Tracy from Homie and the Dude, a small family-run business. Dad and son, along with me, the mom, along with a couple of awesome team members. We're super passionate about creating great third-party TTRPG settings, blah, blah, blah. And we're working on a setting called The Scorched Basin. So yeah, it goes on from there, but they pitch it as kind of Dune meets Mad Max, which is not Dark Sun in any way, shape, or form. You know, again, I've made Media Tristi on Dark Sun. And Mad Max, it is not. You know, Mad Max is the world failed. Dark Sun is the bad guys won. And the world failed. This is not me telling everyone, hey, if you like Dark Sun, do this. But I am interested in the idea, first of all, of system agnostic campaign settings. I always find just even the idea of that to be really interesting, because it is a difficult thing to do. Again, I have created 2 full campaigns, one that I'm currently running, where I adapted, I created an entire Zelda-themed campaign setting for a specific TTRPG system. And that in and of itself was difficult, but there were reasons that I chose those particular RPG systems. It was because I knew that what I wanted to do with the setting would work in that particular system. Like, I chose Cypher because of the Strange. I wanted my players to be able to kind of switch between subclasses effectively. And the Strange makes that very simple and easy. So designing a setting with things like land vehicles and NPCs and player options like magic mechanics and a new species, according to this, that in and of itself is a whole different beast. And I'm a big fan of supporting, small TTRPG creators like myself. If you'd like to support me, I don't know anymore. Like, I have a Patreon. I have not logged into Patreon in like over a year. So I still get the money, but I don't update anything on the Patreon anymore. And I've considered closing it down to do something different. But I get like $1.50 a month from Patreon. So I mean, that's that kind of money. You can't just throw it away. Let me tell you. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna have a link to the Kickstarter in the description. Check it out. Donate if you can. Their pledge levels and their I'm gonna try this again. Their rewards. They have a nice little mix of things that you can do. Like you can get just the PDF and like digital stuff. You can get physical stuff if you like that more, and then as things get bigger, you start getting more stuff. For me right now, this just comes at a really bad time. Since it's going to be going on for over a month, I might be able to back it next month. Because I literally I just got a new sump pump. Did you guys hear? I got a new sump pump that I had to pay for entirely in a house that I don't even own. I bought a sump pump. And so, yeah, and it was $400 more expensive than I had budgeted. So I'm real short on funds. So I probably won't be able to back it until minimum October. But the project is going through October 9th. So yeah, if you're interested in kind of post-apocalyptic settings, this is going to be kind of interesting. And the fact that they specifically mention new magic mechanics makes me think, again, the reason they reached out to me was because I made a comment a year previously on a Dark Sun thread. So part of me wonders, and I don't think they specifically go into the details of what this new magic system is going to be. But I haven't read through absolutely everything on this. I just kind of skimmed through it very, very quickly. Let me see if they have the magic here to see if they're doing what I think they're doing. New skills, okay, unsettled ways, here's your ska, alchemy and brewing, recipes. Yeah, I didn't, just scanning it over very, very quickly, I didn't see them explain exactly what they mean by a new magic system or new magic mechanics, however they say it. So I can't 100% be sure that the new magic system that they are claiming is going to be in this. Yeah, new magic mechanics is what they say. I can't 100% be certain that it's going to be some kind of flavor of defiling magic, but there are hints and tips that it might be something akin to that. I sincerely doubt they're going to make defiling magic, but I'm sure it's going to have something to do with the desert world itself and maybe more of like a survival version of magic. And what I mean by that is the thing about a survival game in general, whether you're talking about a video game or a survival-based TTRPG, is the idea of resources being extremely limited, and you have to be very, very careful about the resources that you use. If you look at old school dungeon crawls, there were survival mechanics built into it because you had to have enough rations to not only be able to get down, but also to be able to get back up. And so that idea of conserving resources and having to worry about, is it worth spending the resources to do this? Do I have enough resources that if things go badly, I'm not just completely dead? I would assume, and this is all an assumption on my part, that if it's not just, again, defiling magic, but not, because that's copywritten, that I would assume it would be something more along the lines of a survival-based magic system, basically making magic a little bit more scarce, which would kind of make sense in a post-apocalyptic style TTRPG. Again, I have no insider information. I just got a message months ago, half a year ago, that said, hey, we're going to be doing this, the thing, you might want to check it out. And again, I was kind of impressed with their Wandering Tavern book. I never got a chance to purchase it because, again, money. But it was really fascinating to me. And the people that they have supporting this, like giving little blurbs that they have in there. First one, I'm not even going to read them because I vehemently despise the person. However, the second little blurb is from a gentleman that you may have heard of named B. Dave Walters. And I'll read the quote directly from their page. Homie and the dude have done it again with the Scorched Basin. This isn't just another TTRPG setting. It's a dark, gritty, high-octane drive into a world as deep as the dunes are expansive. I would say buckle up, but maybe you want to get out of that basher before a dune eater swallows you whole. So, I like B. Dave Walters. I respect his TTRPG knowledge in general. So the fact that they got him to do a little cuckoo quote, to me, that's a nice recommendation in my mind. So, like I said, check it out in the description down below. Homie and the Dude, if you guys stumble on my video for whatever reason, first of all, you need to make better life choices. There are significantly better things you could be doing than watching me stutter and grasp at words that I can't remember. But I sincerely appreciate you watching this. If you would like to collab sometime, I would love to make more videos about this. Shoot me a message on Reddit like you did before, and let's talk. I'd love to know more about this system so I can tell people more than just, hey, I read the Kickstarter page and it looked real cool. And these guys have done this before, so that means they're cool people. Anyway, as always, interested to hear from you guys. What are your opinions on Dune meets Mad Max? Seriously, guys, Dune is so cool. And I have no idea how I was able to get into it as young as I was when I first started reading Dune books. Because the amount of, politics, and not, red versus blue. I'm talking just back alley meetings and, it's who you know, not what you know and all this stuff. Dune is just a giant political tristy with a little bit of sci-fi mixed into it. And it's amazing and it's wonderful. And I have no idea how young me ever got into it, but I'm happy that I did. What do you guys think? Is this something that you're interested in? Would you like me to cover more stuff like this? I have been covering quite a few TTRPG Kickstarters, but mostly it's because I'm planning on backing them eventually. This is the first time I've actually been contacted by people making a Kickstarter. And I don't think that they even knew I had a YouTube channel. So this wasn't about press. I think they were just grasping at straws. Which, again, I have a degree in marketing. I appreciate any marketing that you do. But yeah, what do you guys think? Do you guys want to see me do more stuff like this? Would you like to see other Kickstarter TTRPGs reaching out to me? Contact them. Guys, I am less than 20 subscriptions away from 1,000, which means I might be able to finally monetize this channel again. And that would mean I'd become a real boy, you know? So, anyway, that's all for me today. I will see you guys next time, all right? Bye-bye.